First fight of the night for the Kelvin Kattar Arnold Allen card is going to be the Chase Hooper versus Steve Garcia fight. I'm going to start doing my research now. Steve Garcia's last three fights were between Mahashete, who knocked him out in the first round. He beat Charles Antiveros by KO in the second round, and then he lost the decision to Luis Pena, who's been cut since then. So I'm going to watch these three fights and see what I think of them, and then I'm going to watch Chase Hooper's fights. So Garcia is a striker, but he got knocked out versus Mahashete in his last fight. His last submission loss, his only submission loss, was to a guy about 4 or 5 years ago who's not really in the UFC or anything. His name's Alan Cruz, and he lost that fight at Jackson Week Fight Night 3. Ontiveros cracks Garcia twice in the first round, had him on stanky legs twice. It's going to be Steve Garcia's first fight at 145, Chase Hooper's weight class. So it'll be interesting to see. Garcia doesn't take punches very well. He's been on stanky legs multiple times in both of the fights I just watched. And cutting weight isn't going to help him anymore. He's not the strongest grappler. I'm favoring Chase Hooper a lot in this matchup. So Luis Pena's got a very similar body style. He fought him at 155, even though he's a 145er, and he outmuscled him, outgrappled him. So it's not looking good for Garcia. Yeah, Luis Pena pretty much backpacked him the whole fight, and it was pretty one-sided. So let's go take a look at Chase Hooper's fights, huh? Felipe Colares did fight Gutierrez, who I'm really high on, to a split decision. So that's pretty impressive. Got a win over Sanders. Lost the fight to Chase Hooper, and lost to Montel Jackson. Round one ends. Chase Hooper put an incredible pace on him. So let's see what happens in round two. He's pretty much breaking Felipe Colares. Pretty decent opponent, I think. I just got done watching the two guys. I'm going to take Chase Hooper in a straight bet. The betting lines are pretty solid. If Garcia wins, it's going to be by decision, I believe. Chase Hooper wins. I pick submission. He could also get the decision. So submission, decision, Chase Hooper, or decision by Garcia. Hooper's really hard to finish. So if you're going to bet on Garcia, he has a complete chance at winning 2 rounds here. He could outmuscle him. I just don't know what he's going to look like at 145. His gas tank might take a hit. He might not be as strong. Chase Hooper's also looking a lot stronger as of lately, filling out his frame. I think Chase Hooper is a good pick here. So if you want to put him on your DraftKings cards or your sports book. Who you guys got in this matchup? I got Chase Hooper.